This is a screencast on an introduction to English 102. I'm going to be talking a little bit about English 102 today in our video, and then also kind of take you through the course in Canvas so you can know where all of your information and whatnot is located. If this is your first time to have me as an instructor, my name is Kelly Lloyd. I've been teaching at JSU for 5 years. I'm in-house at Pleasant Valley High School. Those of you that are returning, welcome back. Looking forward to having you again for this semester in 102. So we're going to be kind of changing gears a little bit from 101. Last semester we really worked on strengthening our personal voice and style with the types of writing that you were tasked to do. In 102, we're kind of changing things up. You're going to be developing your academic voice, and you're going to learn what that is. This academic voice, is one that you're going to use throughout the rest of your college career, your literature survey classes, your history survey classes, and really any other course which is going to require you to analyze a text and formulate a written response. So this class is going to help you build the foundation that will help you through those classes in the future. A little bit of a breakdown of the course. It's broken down into 4 units. You'll have 2 literary analysis units where you're going to be composing a literary analysis essays. There are 2 of those. You will have an annotated bibliography unit where you will compose an annotated bibliography as your major writing assignment for that unit, and then you'll have a research essay towards the end of the term. In addition to that, you're going to be required to write 6 shorter assignments, literary analysis text called CTE responses, which you're going to learn how to do. So 4 major papers and 6 shorter writing assignments that you're going to complete over the course of the semester. Essays are worth 100 points each, and your CTEs are worth 30 points each, and that is where your grade comes from. There are no outside grades, so you'll have 6 at 30 points each, and then 4 100-point assignments. Each of your assignments are graded with a rubric, and you will receive written feedback so that you can figure out what you're doing correct and what you're doing well too as well, and then we'll carry that into the written feedback so that you'll be able to carry that into the next writing assignment that you have to write. You're going to have activities that you're going to need to complete daily. Now, they're not going to be activities for points, but it's very important that you are completing the assigned tasks daily to prepare you for those writing assignments that you're going to be asked to do. Those might include reading and taking notes. They might be watching my screencasts, or looking at examples that I provide for you. So there's going to be something that you're going to need to be working on every class day, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You are allowed to revise 1 assignment, either a CTE or an essay at the end of the term for regrading. So that's something that you can that you have in your pocket that you can use if you need to fix something for points. You'll be able to do that at the end of the term. So how can you be successful in this course? Well, first of all, it's going to require some commitment on your part. Last semester, after the first couple of essays, you probably got to the point where you could kind of wing writing an essay. You might have even been able to sit down on the day an essay was due and kind of tap one out because you had kind of figured out the formula and what I'm looking for. But this is not going to be the case necessarily with this particular course. You're going to have to read and view some texts and analyze those texts. It's going to be important. You can't wing a literary analysis essay if you've never actually read a text. You also have a research essay that you're going to be completing, so that's going to require some outside work. But I'm going to put it in simple terms and put it in a step-by-step process that if you follow the process that you can be successful in. So it's going to be very important that you make the commitment to the course. Another thing about being successful for this course is you literally have to be kind of objective. Before with your personal voice, it's your own thoughts and feelings. But this one is kind of Academic voice is kind of like a scientist, where a scientist will take a specimen and kind of look at it under a microscope and define and identify its facets and features. That's kind of like what you're going to be asked to do over the course of this semester. You're going to have to learn to look for patterns and common features in text, make connections to other texts that you've read before or you will read, and you're going to have to compile research and how do you articulate that and evidence in your writing. So all those things, it's going to take the commitment to learn how to do it, but once you have, I know that you can be successful in the course. Okay, so let's take a look at, my contact info. That's probably pretty important. My 2 email addresses that you can reach me at. I've also included my cell phone number there for you. Please use it sparingly if you're texting me for a quick question for help. Just remember that I have a life and a family as well, so don't contact me late at night and on the weekends unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, let's take a look at Canvas. And let's see, is that one on my screen? Y'all just bear with me. I teach 5 classes, so quite a bit going on here. Let me put it into student view so you can see it. All right, when you log into Canvas, it should take you to this home page, which just has some quick links on it for you. My contact information is listed for you there at the bottom. Quick link to modules. I've tried to set everything up for you in order so that you can stay on track. Some modules you'll go back and forth to multiple times throughout the course of the unit, but it is actually currently in order, and you'll see that it only runs through Unit 1 is the only one that you can see so far. When we get ready, when we're coming to the end of a unit, I'll upload the new unit. I just don't want it to be very overwhelming for you. So the module here where you're going to get started this week, the screencast that you're listening to right now, your schedule is always listed for you, the order that you need to do things in, and a complete by date. So it's that step-by-step process of what you need to do. And so what I've done is create a table. It'll give you your instructions and give you the resources that you need if you're having to read a text or if you're having to do a screencast. It's all there for you in order every single time. So these are the activities that you're completing by Sunday of this week. So you have a couple of days. We'll treat Wednesday as our first class day. And so basically it's just a couple of things on developing your academic voice and your style, and a sample text for you to take a look at and kind of think about. And then I've got a sample text to show you how to annotate and carefully read a text for literary analysis and that kind of thing. And then it'll give you instructions at the bottom. Whatever's the very last thing is usually the assignment, or if it's sending you to another unit, then you'll be going to the next unit. But everything that you need is always going to be step by step for you in your modules. On the next unit, well, actually, this is not a unit. This is the CT. Those are the 6 smaller writing assignments that I was telling you about. I've got them. I've got instructions and things listed for you here. It also has at the bottom the list of the assignments, the text that you are going to be writing about, my text notes where I analyze and kind of talk about the text, and if it's a poem or a short story or whatever, the prompt for that assignment. And you're going to basically create a Word document just like you've done with all of your essays for your classes to do to answer those prompts. And then it has a due date, and the submission link. This will light up as soon as I open it up. It'll light up for you to be able to view the prompt and submit your assignments there. They're all listed there for you. You can work ahead on these if you want to, like if you have spare time and you want to do that, that's something that you can do and go ahead and do that. But what I would suggest that you do first is learn how to write the CTE and everything that you're supposed to do. Everything is listed there for you, and wait for my feedback on that first one, which is due on January the 21st, and then that way you'll have a good baseline for moving forward. And then once you have kind of figured out that formula, what I'm looking for, what you need to improve, then you can work on those. But those are something that can be submitted ahead of time if you want to do that, so you can focus your time on your literary, your assignments. Okay, and then that's when the units kind of start. After that, like Unit 1, I've already made available to you. Same thing, you'll have a schedule of reading and assignments. Everything that you need is attached to this table, you know, and it will give you all the way to the end to where you're writing your first assignment, when it's due. You'll have a place to be able to turn it in, all of that stuff. But everything is linked to those modules for you. You don't have to do anything outside of that. And then the last one that I wanted to look at was just a really a resource desk that I have created, where I've just really kind of like flooded you with possible resources that you might need to help you with your writing. And so there's a whole bunch of screencasts, there's some sample student work, creating quote sandwiches, how to do your document specifications for MLA. Our first 2 assignments will be in MLA, and then we will swap to APA, just like we did in 101. If you had 101 with me, we started in MLA and swapped to APA during the course of the semester. So we'll do that in this course as well, so that you have a little bit of experience with both. How to integrate quotes, how to write thesis statements, some essay help, some student work samples that I've provided for you there. So all those are listed there in the essay resource help desk, and it's available to you throughout the course of the semester for you to come in and kind of take a look at those resources. So I wish you the best of luck. You can message me when you have questions, and I will be in touch with you pretty frequently. So just make sure that you're keeping a check on your email. Be mindful of your due dates. Remember that it's due by 11:59 of the scheduled due date. Anything after that receives a 10% penalty until you do turn it in. So be mindful of those dates and turning things in on time. I'm very responsive. If you have questions, don't feel free to hesitate. Don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I hope you have a great semester.